Alright guys, I hope you are excited. I have in front of me, are you ready? It's the Bosch 1.0 Air Handler. Alright, it's got a 10 kW heat kit in it, and this thing is awesome. Are you ready? Here we go, here it is. Boom! Look at that thing. Yeah, there it is. Oh wait, it's it's Ameristar. Wait, that's not right. Wait, or is it? Is it? Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. So yeah, today is hopefully the last video for a while about Bosch. Today we're going to be talking finally about the last piece, which is the air handler. Now I'm not going into like the boilers and all that stuff that they also have. I'm just talking about their idea stuff, you know, their individual split units, like their heat pump and the furnace, and the air handler is the last. Now if you saw that opener that I just did, if you noticed, obviously yes, that wasn't an Ameristar unit. A little bit of background about Ameristar. They are a sister in the Train family, so American Standard and Train. They were made in China by Midea. They're a pretty decent unit in my personal opinion. I think all units kind of have their quirks. It's a little bit cheaper. I don't think it was the cheapest out there because I actually like it. I put it in my current house that I'm at. That was actually my unit in my overfilled furnace room. But it's been a pretty reliable system. It's a heat pump outside, just a 14 SEER heat pump with a air handler inside a 10 kW heat kit. I haven't had anything break down on it. I've had it since 2015, and as I'm recording this now, it is March of 2021, late March. So Ameristar was recently moved to the U.S. I don't know what all exactly happened, but Midea I don't think is making it any longer. I think it is now made by Train in the States. It also is basically the same thing as the Run True. They're one and the same now. Like they literally come with a tag. You can choose which one you want to put on it, Ameristar or Train. So I don't like the physical looks of the new Ameristars as much as I did like this model here, or at least the heat pumps, and then the size of the heat pump like that I saw at the showroom, you know, what they got at Crescent is huge. Physically, the heat pump is. It's got the spline coils in it like the American Standards do, but the thing is like twice the size as mine. And it's bulky, and it actually looks cheaper. I know that's weird to say because it's made in America now, but it just looks cheap, and I don't like the look nearly as much as I did on the other one. So somehow props to Midea for making that one better. I personally liked the older model Ameristars. I was fine with it as far as a low-end system. I personally liked them. I used them at our church. Like I said, I put them in here at my house. They're a pretty good unit. I haven't had any real problems out of them yet. Now, why am I talking so much about Ameristar? Is because Bosch is made by Midea, for the most part, from what I've kind of figured out. The air handler, I don't have any video of an air handler by Bosch. I have a picture that I'll show here in a little bit of one I just put in. I actually learned quite a bit about them as I was putting it in. The first thing I noticed is I took the screws out. Number one, taking the screws off of it. Like the screws, if you've ever worked on a Ameristar, the screws are just not quite a quarter of an inch. Like they're a little bit bigger somehow. And your 1/4 inch nut drivers and sockets on your drill don't quite fit in it just right, and you notice that. So you take the door off. The first thing you do on the 1.0 model, which I'll get into that too, but you take it. I took it off and looked inside of it. I said, this is a brown Ameristar. And it caught me off guard because I wasn't ready for that. I was not expecting it. Like, I didn't realize how identical it is to the current Ameristars. Mine back there's a 2013 model, so it's a little bit older, but like the 2016, 17, 18s, this looks just like them inside. Now, continuing on, so Bosch actually offers 3 different models now, and this is, it kind of kills me. I'll tell you the 3, and I'll tell you why it kills me. They offer a basic, and they offer a better, I forgot what it's called, in the premium. So the basic, I think it's actually just called a basic. It is a 1-speed blower motor. It's a PSC motor, so it's actually got a capacitor. The next one is the 1.0, which is a single-speed ECM X13 blower, but it's also the same. So it's got a copper coil in it, and it's a 1-speed motor with a adjustable a fixed TXV on it. And then the 2.0 is the better one. It's more of the Bosch's Cadillac of air handlers. It's got a 2-speed ECM fan motor, so you can have 2 different speeds for your Y-call, because I think it actually has terminals for the Y-call. It has an aluminum coil and an ECM blower in it, of course, with an adjustable TXV. Now, what kills me about them having those 3 options and all their different sizes is Bosch has 4 heat pumps. They offer 4 outdoor units. Actually, I shouldn't even say heat pumps. They offer 4 outdoor units. They have your 18 and your 20 seer. That's the first category. So, and in parentheses, that's the 1.0 and the 2.0. And then in each of those categories, they have a 3-ton and a 5-ton. So there's 4. Now, they don't even offer a condenser yet. All they have is a heat pump, period. And some places are kind of complaining that's why they won't sell them, because that's a little bit more expensive. You can usually get condensers from everybody else a little bit cheaper because it doesn't have the reversing valve in there and a little bit of extra coil for efficiency usually. So they're a little bit cheaper in most cases, just a straight condenser. But either way, Bosch's decision, they made 4. What is so hilarious is they just offered this basic system. I said the basic air handler with the PSC motor in it. Now, why they decided to take their pinky toe and dip it into the kiddie pool of PSC motors, like, that's a whole other discussion, talking about ECM to PSC and which is better, which isn't. PSCs last longer usually. But the thing is, they're getting rid of them. Like, they're within the next couple years, I think. No one's going to offer PSC motors. Like, they're going to be gone. Everything's going to ECM because of all the government mandated efficiency that we have to have. So why on earth, Bosch, do you offer an inverter heat pump, period, in 4 different ways, but you decided to take your pinky toe and dip it into the PSC lower basic air handler that only offers 1 speed? And the fact that any of your air handlers is only a 1-speed blower motor, like, that's it. Like, I mean, I know the heat pump is efficient outside, but you don't see as much efficiency without having 2 speeds in a Y-call, a Y1 and a Y2, and having 2 different blower speeds, because that's all your heat pump is reading. It's reading the temperature coming back, so you don't get hardly any as much dehumidification as you would if you had both speeds. So why, if you're gonna have only 4 heat pumps to choose from, why do you have anything that only offers 1 blower speed inside? And that's just a personal complaint. Like, I didn't realize that's how the 1.0 was. I know the 2.0 has multiple options. It's like, if that's the case, like, that's your heat pump, this should be your air handler, period. Like, there shouldn't be, I mean, why we also have copper coils, which I think that's another one of those debatable things by technicians, is copper coil compared to aluminum coil, which one's better. But most people say the aluminum coils are better just because they don't have as much oxidation and stuff. They don't break down over time and rub into the copper. But still, either way, I think that that 2.0 air handler should be the only option. Now, I understand people want to save money, and I just gripe that they don't have the condenser. But that's my point. Unless like you bring out like that condenser, like something a little bit cheaper there. Like, why are you dumping all this into your inverter, and then you have all these cheap freaking choices of air handler? Like that's just funny to me personally, but it is what it is. I have a gas furnace through Bosch. I got a Bosch gas furnace, so I automatically have it. I mean, the 96% furnace comes with a Y1 Y2 call, so I get the multiple speeds with it. But why there's even an air handler through Bosch that only offers one speed instead of two blower speeds, it's just hilarious to me. They're not getting nearly the efficiency or dehumidification they could. So just my own personal gripe. But that's basically the main thing about those units. Like I said, they are made by Midea, which is made in China. So you have to know that. I think it's still kind of unknown who makes the compressors. I'm going back to the heat pump, because I don't know if it's LG that makes their compressors or if Midea has their own compressor. I forgot which one they're using now, because I got lucky and so did my mom. We got the Mitsubishi compressors. Big mistake going to anything else besides the Mitsubishi. The Mitsubishi compressors, they should have stayed with them. I don't know if the deal just fell through with them or what, but either way, they either went to Midea making their own, or they use an LG. I heard someone mention, so that might not be any correct. But in my personal opinion, I thought the Mitsubishis were better. So I'm going to shut up for a second. I'll just show you without talking. Here's a couple pictures of what the Bosch looks like from the outside. I don't have any inside pictures, but if you're a technician and you've seen a 2017 Ameristar, that's what it looks like. The only other thing of note that I noticed that was kind of odd that I haven't seen before is the blower motor. If you're looking at the air handler, the blower motor is on the left side. Everything else I've ever seen is the blower motor's on the right side. So this was the first. The blower is on the left side. So I'm fine with the air handler. It's a nice air handler. Like I said, I like Ameristars just because of the quality and how they're not that expensive. But I was surprised to see that Bosch was the same thing. Like I said, I almost expected a little bit more from it, if that makes sense. I don't know what the price difference was. If they still offered that other Ameristar, I was going to say, show me the price difference in the Ameristar ECM drive air handler compared to the Bosch's 1.0. So I was really curious to see what the price difference was, if it was a ton or very little, just because they are almost the same thing. But anyway, please go ahead, check this picture out for a second. I'll show you the multiple ones I took of it. I pair everything I do when I'm helping. Like this one, I helped a friend out putting it in. He actually bought it, so I just helped him put it in. But I told him if I was going to help him, I wanted an April air filter, because that's what I like. So he got it, and a humidifier as well, and the 8920W stat. So I helped him put it all in. So here's what it looks like. Alright guys, so wrapping it up here, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My overall opinion is, if you're looking into buying or selling these Bosch systems, the Bosch Air Handler, the 2.0 model, period. Don't go for the basic. If you're wanting to make a whole system, like if you're wanting to pair it with the outdoor unit, the inverter heat pump, the 2.0 Air Handler, or don't. It's not worth it. It's worth the extra $600-700 or whatever it is for the 2.0 model. Just get it, because it's got the aluminum coil in it, the adjustable TXV, and the multi-speed blower motor. So it's worth it. Now, the only other thing there's really to talk about, I'm not going to make its own video just because I haven't never seen one and I probably won't, is Bosch's package unit, which the package unit is really neat. Just to talk about it real fast, it's an inverter compressor in their package unit. So I think on the market right now, they have the highest efficiency package unit out there. I think it's a 19 SEER, and I think the only closest one to that is like a 15 or 16. And 19 is amazing because they don't have to have communication for their compressor to be inverter. So they got that inverter drive on a package unit. The only thing I don't like about Bosch's package unit right now, just because of our area, is they don't offer a gas pack. They only have electric in theirs. That's the only one they offer right now. I don't know if they plan to offer a gas pack in the future instead of electric heat, but I guess they think with their heat pump, you know, I like dual fuel. You know how awesome and efficient dual fuel would be on a package unit? Dude, that would be awesome. That'd be nuts. So I would personally love to see that, see what they could do, plus add an economizer to them. Oh man, you're getting crazy with that now. That's going to be wild. Paired up with like a Honeywell Jade economizer, that'd be sweet. But it's kind of like the condensers. You know, they don't offer a condenser. So I'd like to see those two maybe thrown in the future. I like to see where they're going. You know, I've told you my quirks with them. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll probably go over more stuff in the future. I planned on doing a video about my dad's pulling lawn tractors, John Deere. He's got it all tore apart and he's doing some fun stuff to it, but he didn't want anybody to see his fun stuff beforehand, so he's being secretive, so I didn't get to make that video. It's a bummer. But I'm going to try to go to some of his pools this year, and I'm going to try to get a good video of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and comment, hang out. I don't care. Leave a comment if you have any questions or statements about them. And I hope you guys have a great day.